Welcome back, tankers. In today's video, we'll be showcasing the Tier 6 SU-100Y. It's just made its way onto the marketplace, I believe once again. I think this was already up once before, but I missed it. And you'll see in the store here, down the specials, get the 100Y loaded or fully loaded. Probably better off just to save your gold and spend your silver to make it a fully loaded one. Also making its way is the French 105 FH 18B2. Loaded and fully loaded models of that. In our next video we'll do a showcase of this one for all the RD fans out there. You can also get the combo for 8,400 gold. Those are both fully loaded. There's also a garage prep, 10 garage slots, 5 million silver. Don't even bother with these. It's a waste. Don't put yourself at the mercy of the game's chance logic with these boosts. You'll be sadly mistaken if you think these are going to help you in any way. So, onto our tank. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. As you can see, we have a GAM34 BT engine, 130mm B13 S2 cannon, SU-100Y chassis, SU-100Y turret, 71TK 3U radio, hit points at 700, speed limit at 35 kph, average, acceleration at 890 HP, very good for its speed, chassis rotation at 30, turret rotation at 26, rate of fire at 3.7, a little touch slow. I would say she's got a fairly powerful cannon on it for the 130mm. View range is at 350, a little above average. Camouflage is well below average. But as you can see, all around 60mm armor plating, not too bad. You can see the back of the fixed turret is your high risk area. This loaded version does come with a camouflage net. On the back of this tank, make sure you do not get hit square into that hatch on that fixed turret. That is where your ammo rack is, and if you get hit there and your enemy causes penetration, there's a high chance you're getting racked. If you get hit in the middle of that hatch or on the handle of that hatch, you're done. More than likely, if you get hit in that back hatch on the chassis, your engine will fail immediately. More than likely would be my guess if there's penetration on direct hit. The top hatch for the engine, more than likely, if I believe I'm correct, on the top is where the fuel filler would be on this particular model. You don't want a direct hit on the top of these hatches at all. Any of these hatches, your history. Try to keep this back of this machine well protected. Not rely on that 60mm of armor, because you could find out in a bad way that exposure to the back of this tank can prove very devastating. So let's go. I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to fully load this one. I'm going to put all of our rounds on that we have in our reserve. Those 6 rounds do come with the machine. I'm going to do my Large repair kit. I've got a large on reserve, so I'll put that on as well. I usually do use those often, so I'll end up keeping that on. And I will roll with a small repair kit as well. I will take, not that I use them, but I'll try 2 of them as well. Equipment. I want this thing to be able to see. So I think I will go with a binocular telescope. But down here, I'm probably going to go with ammo rack durability. Just because, like I pointed out with the hatches on the back of the machine, you're not going to want to get hit on those. So if you can protect that rear bay, see where the ammo is, if you can protect that at all costs, then you should be doing quite well. Let's go ahead, we will put some camouflage on it. As you can see, I've put my eyes on. I always put my eyes on the premiums. In this particular winter, I find myself I think I'll go with this one this time around. I'll just do 7 days. That would be very good for foliage camouflage. And of course these ones for your more solid backgrounds, trees and such. I'm actually going to try the foliage one, because I expect to be in the foliage with this. This 4-tone background. And for your city environments, I like to go with this one here. It's very popular and used quite often during operations, so we'll go with that. And the last thing we want to do is put on a perk. This thing, I'm going to look for a more stealthy approach with this, so I'm going to work on my camouflage perks quite a bit with this one. So let's get into our first battle. Away we go. I'm gonna try like hell to be more of a scout with this. This does have a moderate speed, so it's not gonna be slow like a lot of the TDs or the fixed turret TDs. But where it's a tier 6, we've got a lot of heavy hitters shooting at us. So I may try to edge the map on this one, just to keep the back end of this tank away from fire. Maybe a sort of a test in the next match. I might just go out, turn the thing around, just to let the enemies fire at the back of it. And maybe we'll see what transpires from direct hits straight to the back of the tank. I do have hopes for this particular tank, though. I myself haven't used this on the PC version. It's of course already out. It's been out for quite some time. I think I'm going to take the approach.
We've got enemies in the area. You either have to take them all out or capture their base. Let's roll.
I'm going to take that right side approach. It does have very nice turning. The speeds, well, you see it, it's 35 down the board. Of course, a lot of your light tanks, or medium tanks, usually running and around that speed limit, so definitely not hard to get used to the speed of what we have here. We do have artillery on us. And this is where I wanted to kind of be. Let's have a look over here. See, that was a whiff.
Enemies got us in their sights.
You see that shot from the back did considerable damage. I'll try to make him pay for that right now. And you see the reload is horrid on it. And down we go. I, of course, should have moved. So you want to keep that reload in mind. It's much like if you have the T-34, pretty much any tank that you have that's got that considerable reload time. You definitely want to keep that in mind. I should have anticipated that a little bit more when I took a look at our tail of the tape. But such was not the case. You see this D-Max. This is another premium tank. So I've still yet to buy. I've been up in the air about it for a little while. I mean, I've been collecting pretty much almost all the premium tanks, with the exception of a few of them that I missed on my breaks from the game. He seems like he's doing some defense on the base. Is he gonna shoot at this TD here? Does he have sight? He might have sight. Also, this tank we're using, this would also make another good base defender. Possibly setting off into the sides, into the foliage. It's like this guy's doing here. Keeping out of sight, out of mind. Taking shots that are only necessary in the position that he's defending. It looks like he's got one enemy that's going to try pushing him from the back end of the base. He also has one to the northwest of the base that, if he isn't careful, he could get flanked in a way that proves devastating for him. Oh, there we go. He whiffs his first hit. Enemy with 170 up, takes him out. I believe believe he may have got shot from the back end. Didn't quite see that all, but now into the base, and it looks like it's gonna be a sad defeat. First time out with the SU-100Y. I'm not sure how long they'll be on the market. Like the KV-220 and the Hydrostat, that my more recent World of Tanks videos, I said they might stay up for a couple weeks. They ended up just staying up for a week. They didn't last long. So sorry if you missed out on the massive armor of the KV-220. It's definitely a force to be reckoned with when it rolls out through the field. Let's get into another one right off the bat here. But I have enjoyed my time with the KV-220. But back to the SU-100Y. I mean, I did go up in flames quite quick, but I like the handling of the tank. I'm certainly not a fan of the reload speed. The aiming speed is not really to my liking. I may switch some equipment around. I might even take off the telescope later on and put the aiming speed equipment on there. See if it can't help it aim a little bit faster. Pick up the accuracy. As I notice, he's very, very inaccurate unless you zeroed right in with the reticle. It's certainly not zeroed in the closest. It's definitely whiffing a lot of shots, or at least my majority of my shots so far. On the game, let's have it. Of course, if you are a returning viewer of my World of Tank videos, well, first off, thank you for coming back and supporting me. And probably know by now that it's straight through gameplay, so if you want to skip through these little loading screens, now's definitely the time. And sometimes they seem to take a little longer than they need to, unfortunately. Although on the PS4 beta that I played a couple weeks ago, the loading screens were very crisp and very fast, at least 20 seconds faster than what the Xbox One is projecting at the moment. And might be really up in the air, but loading times on PS4 might actually be a touch faster than PC right now. I'll have to get back on PC and test it out, but here we are back on the battlefield. I might head for that town. Head for the left side of the map this time around. Unfortunately, not many of the team is going on this side, which is going to put a bit of a dent in the plan I had, which was being in the rear with the gear, but giving supporting fire with this thing, trying to keep the ass end of this thing out of trouble. Let's see if we can make a connection with this cannon. Come on, let's have it. He must be behind a rock because I just saw him. I'm guessing this rock comes down. Oh, here somewhere where this is. The road must be down in there. I can't say the telescopes helping to shed light on the subject. Okay, what do we have going on here? We have one. Okay, I'm gonna head down. Maybe he will give me cover. I'm gonna see if I can light up any enemy behavior down this way. Get down the square. Can't say I like the feeling of how quiet this side of the map's being right now. Where are those heavies? Okay, I believe both those heavies are there, which would put probably most of the TDs on this side. Still, unfortunately.
Enemies looking right at us.
Ooh,
The track is dead.
there you are. Knew I'd see you again. Whiff! Come on, baby. Come on! I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out. Go, 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 go. 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 No, no, no! I can't believe it. Well, I can, but I can't. So as you can see, you really have to keep this thing out of trouble. It can get hairy really, really fast in this thing. Surely there are better tankers on YouTube that can show its capabilities much, much better than I can. I myself usually stay away from the fixed turret TDs, except for the line I was working on with American. The T-28 I do like as a fixed turret, but I have mostly worked a lot with the rotating turret TDs. They are probably my favorite tanks in the game. Of course, they usually don't have much for armor, but they do have great firepower behind them and great speed. I will be showcasing the tree TDs here coming up as well after the upcoming party, which hopefully I can showcase our already a little better than what I've showcased the showcased our SU-100Y. So just a quick little tidbit of what your FH looks like. Of course, I've already got the eyes on it. We'll strip down the SU-100Y, put everything on this. In our next video, we'll use it as a tank destroyer, we'll use it as an arty, we'll use it as a regular tank. Just join us next time on World of Tanks. Roll out.